Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All are welcome. Step into the light. Danny Shay here. First off, I want to thank all my new subscribers. One video, I got a bunch of them. I just called my new subscribers a bunch of them. Well, now you know what you're in for. So anyway, thank you. Somebody must have said something. So I don't know. Anyway, glad you're all here. So Fridays are Ramblin days. I do have things I want to talk about, and I've got 3 things I want to read on, and that is. Well, I've been always talking on the past. I've been talking about turning off the news. And people are saying, I'm canceling my subscription to all these news outlets. One of them was the New York Times. Well, the New York Times came out with an article that says Trump is unfit to lead. Well, it's about friggin' time. I mean, we all knew it. So, not to jump on the New York Times again, but we're going to look at that a little bit, just because it needs to be said. And the way they said that is really simple, really clear. And so when we're having conversations with our family members, i.e. Republican redneck toothless brother, which I did have, you don't have to have an argument, but you can have an informed discussion and say, is this the America that you envision? All right. The other thing I wanted to look at, we're still going back and forth. I can't believe it either about, whether Biden should stay in and get out. I'm like, oh my God, just let it go. Please. George Clooney came out, and that's what we need, another actor talking, says the YouTube psychic on TV or on the tube. Anyway, we don't need another actor telling us what to do. Thank you, Reagan. I don't know, was it Reagan that was telling us what to do, or was it Nancy? Nancy was friggin' scary. My opinion. She scared me. She had an astrologer with her. How many politicians do you think have astrologers or psychics? Let me ask this. If you were a politician, I hear you guys going, oh, hell no. But if you were a politician, which would you rather have? An astrologer or a psychic? Me? I'm going with both. Why limit yourself? Okay. The other thing I want to look at is I want to look at the IRS. There's something big happening with the IRS, looking into certain congressional people. I think Trump is in trouble with the IRS, his family. Clarence. What's the short? Oh, shh. You quiet. You be quiet. Okay, got it. What's the shortened version for Clarence? Clancy? Is that it? Clancy? Clancy Thomas. You think he'd be happy with that name? Hey, Clancy. I had a friend of mine that I grew up with. His name was Clancy. I think it's kind of a cool name, Clancy. You never hear it. Well, now you just did. Okay, moving on. Also, I want to look at Trump's self-declared Secretary of Retribution. Ivan Ranklin or something. Anyway, who's looking into that? Jamie Raskin's got it. And props out to these guys. Jamie Raskin, Sheldon Whitehouse. The list goes on. So many great people. My new fave. Jasmine Crockett. That woman, and I think I mentioned this on the last show. I don't think that got that many views, so I'll mention it again. When she was asked whether Joe Biden should go, the answer that she gave was perfect. And I'm going, how come people aren't talking about Biden's accomplishment and what a danger Trump is? And she did it masterfully. She's great. AOC. Okay. Yeah. Articles of impeachment against Clancy. I don't even think I like saying that because I like Clancy. The Clancy that I knew. Okay. I also want to look at the Olympic Games. So, I thought this was going to be a short video. Yikes. All right. Let's see what our galactics have to say. I'm going to use the Galactic Heritage 1 card. And then I'm going to pull a Lemurian card just to get us rolling. Just to get us rambling. All right. What do we got? Oh, this one just fell out on the bottom. Ooh. New paradigm. New paradigm. This card suggests to us to trust our inner compass. We are going into uncharted territories. In the Earth experiment, we are here with duality, with plurality, with contrast, I guess, is the right word. And we are shifting into a new awareness where we're going to be lost. When I can't argue with my redneck hillbilly brother, how am I going to feel? I'm going to pick up the phone and go, I'm ready. And he's going to answer the phone and be all lovey-dovey and peace and love. And I'm going, who are you? How do I talk with you? We're shifting into a new awareness, into a new paradigm where the outside influences are not going to be giving us the truth. We have to go inside. How do we go inside? Many people don't know how to do it. We go inside. For me, it started with a shamanic journey. And then that led me to quiet meditation, which I never could do before, but the shamanic journey was so much easier. And then now it's trance, getting real quiet, listening to the voices in my head. And let me tell you, I got lots of voices in my head. All right, let's take a look at new paradigm. Trust your inner compass. Let's look at the Beyond Lemuria guidebook. Well, it's a guidebook. So if we're going into a new paradigm, I would think, let's get some guidance from Lemuria. Ooh. All right. Buckle up, people. This is just part of our evolution. Let's see if we can tie these two together. What's the number on this card? What's the number on this card? 2 6s. Just saying. Just looking. Just pay attention. All right, the decks I'm going to be using. I'm using my Tarot Grand Lux, and I've got my Light Seers waiting in the wings. Okay, let's take a look. New York Times, Trump is unfit to lead. And it starts with these top lines. He is dangerous in words, deeds, and action. He puts self over country. He loathes the laws we live by. Trump's words and promises, they have little to do with unity and healing and a lot to do with the making of divisions and anger. Now, I'm pulling this from Joyce Richardson, I think, and Heather Cox Richardson, Joyce Vance. Okay. And because they're both great and they both talk about it. Joyce says to go ahead and look at it, and if you get her newsletter, you'll see she's got a little link that you can download the article or search for it, because it's written in simple terms that you can that'll help you talk to the other side. And it's geared, she said, towards independence, to get them to get off the fence. So when we look at Biden should go, pay attention to what you're asking to come into its place. Now, some people are saying, oh, we'll get Gavin Newsom. That's not going to work. It's money. It doesn't work that way. Kamala Harris, yeah, I don't know. Until Joe says he's leaving, I'm sitting in his Corvette with him. I'm riding with Biden. He's done such a good job for the country. And yeah, he may be a little slow. I mean, and remember, Joe has always been prone to gaffes. So go back and look at the Obama years. Obama was like, no, you don't get to talk now. I remember that. The other thing, too, is even though he may be a little slower in the way he's moving, he has really good people around him. And so he's got great advisors. Now, when Pumpkinhead started out in 2017, I'm going, well, I think he's going to have good advisors around him, so fingers crossed. He kind of did in the beginning, and then he fired them all. And then he put criminals all in there, except for Michael Flynn. He was in there in the beginning, and he was a criminal, and they fired him pretty quick for lying. Now, if you don't lie, you don't get in there. Yikes. Okay. So take a look at that article. I know a lot of people are going, oh, I'm not looking at the New York Times anymore. I let them go, which I think is a good thing, is a smart thing. However, this article is probably a really good one to have in your back pocket. And again, when I'm talking about you have to look at all sorts of newses to make your own decision, it goes back into the new paradigm where you have to look at your inner compass, not somebody's external compass of where they want you to go, where the New York Times want you to go, where does George Clooney want you to go, where do you want to go? Inner compass. Okay, hang on one second. I gotta take a. Okay, I'm back. So the other thing too is it's imperative that we don't get caught up in the, oh, why even vote? This is just so crazy. It's so important to vote. In California, who cares if I vote? It's going to Biden. You can't think that way. People in Missouri, they're going, it's going Republican. Who cares what my vote says? You got to vote. Got to vote. It's got to be so overwhelming. We have people now, we have congressional people now coming out, more of them saying Biden should step out, which is more important why we need to vote. We need to vote. All right. And let's just look at the two in one day. Where was Biden? He was in NATO. Where was Trump? He was hosting Viktor Orban at his country club. All right. This pretty much says it all. The German chancellor is saying Biden. AFL-CIO, Biden. The Bricklayers Union and Associated Craftspeople, Biden. So they're coming around. People are saying Biden, Biden, Biden. I mean, yeah, everybody has issues. Everybody. Except me and you. But other than that, everybody. And we get to point fingers at them. Don't talk to strangers. Okay. Let's go. Okay, let's take a look at the IRS. Using my Grand Tarot Deluxe. So AOC is trying to, I think she introduced articles of impeachment for a couple of Supreme Court justices, because that's the only way you can do it. Now, is it going to go anywhere? I mean, it should scare them, but it's not going to go anywhere until the new administration comes in, and then Thomas and Alito, they're going to retire. The only reason they're hanging in there is so that the Republicans can put another Republican conservative in there. I don't see that. Let's just take a look at the Supreme Court. This is not on my list, but let's take a look at the Supreme Court makeup in 1 year from now. Supreme Court. And I'm telling you, I'm feeling as soon as I said that, it's not going to be a year. It's going to be a lot faster. Okay. 1 year. What's the makeup? Is it going to be Democratic leaning? I don't even want to say that. Is it going to be more ethical? How about that? Because they should be ethical. Are they going to be more for the people or more for their pocketbook? And you have to have some sympathy for Clarence Thomas. I mean, he's got to line his pockets somehow to fill up his RV with gas. He probably has a gas engine in that RV instead of a diesel. And how stupid is that? It gets like 2 miles per the gallon. Somebody was saying, I think it was Hillary Clinton, she tweeted that Project 2025, she was talking to a climatologist, and the guy goes, game over. If Project 2025 comes in, game over for the climate, for our climate push towards cleaner, sustainable energy. All right. Supreme Court, how are you going to look 1 year from now? How are you going to look? What's the makeup? Is it going to be for the people? Is it going to be for your political ideas? We have the 7 of coins. And in this deck, this feels like abundance. In other decks, there would be like the Los Caribo deck. All the pentacles are dead except one. They're all gray except one. This one, look at the bounty. Look at the abundance there. She is tending to it, but it feels like she's harvesting. We have a new emotional start. Ace of Cups. 1 year, we're going to see big changes. I'm just going with 6 on this. We have the King of Coins at the base of the reading. Is that why things were changed? Because they were just all looking at the money. In the past, we have the 4 of Swords. This is retreat. This is, well, that guy doesn't look like he's doing so good. I mean, it almost looks like a death card, right? It's like, oops. The top of the reading, the Democratic card. And I don't want to say it that way, but it's the Ten of Cups. It's comfort. It's people. It's family. And look at that big old kitty at the bottom. Oh, kitty. All right. And in the potential near future, we have a Queen of Coins. Interesting. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, I like this. Me like it. Let me drop the camera down if I can. Yeah, there we go. I think we can see this. So the thing that I like about this, besides the new emotional start with it, we had the King of Coins at the base of this, that everything was marinating in, that the Supreme Court ethics concern are marinating in this male money energy. And in the potential near future, the money's still there. The projects, the prosperity is still there, but the Queen is now taking over. So it's a different energy, a different way to look at your projects. It's not all about lining your RV with gold. And taking lavish trips. It's more about queen motherly energy. What's best for the community? What's best for the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, which was at the top, the family dynamic of the country. Cool, 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 cool. So we got that to look forward to. Now, if we look at that in the Biden-Trump question, it's Biden. It's Democrats. So if we go out and vote, All right, so let's go. What else? I want to look at the IRS and the Supreme Court. IRS and the Supreme Court. Certain members of the Supreme Court are... Sounds like I'm picking on just one of them. The one that collected $4 million. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. All right. IRS. Money. Ten of Coins. So I misspoke. That last card that was at the top was the Ten of Cups, the family. Here it is, the Ten of Coins, and the IRS is taking a look at all the money that's going into the Supreme Court's pockets. And we have the Nine of Wands. There's a lot of defense going on. No, I can do this. We have illusion, delusion in the past. We have the Seven of Coins. At illusion, delusion at the base. In the past, we have the Seven of Coins, a new emotional start. And the Four of Swords. So let me drop down and I'm going to show you. I'm going to redo this again because I'm not quite sure I shuffled as well as I could have. So we have the Ten of Coins with the Nine of Wands. The guy's getting knocked down, but he's not out of the woods. He's defending himself, but he's getting beat up. They're throwing a lot of confusion. Oh, we can do this. We have our own ethics, blah, blah, blah. They're reviewing the money in the past as how they got it. At the top of the reading, the IRS is going to bring forth a new emotional start, and someone's going away. Bye-bye. Retreat. Defeat. with the Four of Swords. All right, so let me, oops, come on, fingers. I'm going to ask this again, but I'm going to reshuffle this. The IRS and the Supreme Court. Let's see. The IRS and the Supreme Court. Let's take a quick look again. And we're looking at this in the future. Or maybe now. Maybe now. I just heard, no, they're looking at it now. IRS and the Supreme Court. Looking at large sums of money coming in. Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Ooh. Ten of Swords. What I'm getting with this Ten of Swords is that one of the clerks is going to go, oh, no, 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 no. I think they're going after the clerk. And the clerk is going to be stabbing somebody in the back. Going to leave him hanging a little bit. Hangman at the base. This is looking at it from another point of view. This is being in suspension. This is heartbreak in the past. Although there is no heart here, but it is the Three of Swords. Someone ain't happy. Top of the reading. Page of Coins. And in the potential near future, celebration. Three of Cups. So when I look at this, the IRS, so both readings I think are super valid. The IRS is going to be taking a look at some of this money coming into the IRS. In this Page of Pentacles, the pages are young energy. They are new projects. They haven't worked out all the bugs yet, but they're starting on a new journey. The Court card, starting on this new higher level of awareness. And it's about their money, how they get it. So the IRS, is going to bring some heartbreak to the Supreme Court. Someone's going to get stabbed in the back. And this really, if you look at it, that guy really looks like he's in prison. I don't think they're going into prison. But the IRS can throw you, they can really make things tough. And then you have the Three of Cups, a celebration. So I think the change is going to happen in the Supreme Court, and the IRS is going to help bigly. All right, let's see what else I want to look at. Secretary of Retribution. Jamie Raskins is looking into this guy. I'm just going to call him Ivan R. He has compiled a deep state target list. Now, Trump's going to ignore that. He's going to go, I don't know this guy. He's an evangelical Christian, right, in that group. There was a interesting news article in PBS with Judy Woodruff, where she interviewed this fiery pastor, evangelical, fire and brimstone, and Democrats are all lizards and blah, 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 blah. And he's changing his tune. He goes, that is not the message that I want to spread anymore. My wife said, that's because he lost all the people in his congregation. I had a different take on it, and I thought that he's feeling what we're all feeling, that this negative back and forth is unsustainable. It's like I can't deal with it anymore. So there we go. So let's look at this guy. You know that 350 and more. And so who are they going to come after? Who are the 350? Some of them are Democrats, some of them are Republicans, some of them are entertainers. Any tarot readers? Well, I don't know. Luckily, my channel is not one of the mega channels. Please tell him he's not after me. All right. What's this hit list? He was there at January 6th, but he hasn't been charged. King of Coins. This has always been my trump card. I got a bunch of them. Devil, Pumpkinhead, King of Coins, Magician. But this is like, he's doing this for money, money, money. And if he gets into Trump's administration, I'm sure he'll be not paid well. Oh, we're going to pay you a lot. And then he never gets paid. It's being covered by the Ten of Cups, my Democratic card. Thank you, Jamie Raskin. He has got some legal issues coming at him. This is the Five of Swords. So they're going to be battling it out. He's got some, big legal issues. And he's worried. There's a worry card on this. Maybe it's on both sides. Yeah. He's got the Lovers, he's got the Emperor card up at the top. And that's what he wants to see. And he's got the Lovers card in the potential near future. I'm going to keep going with this one because I'm not getting a real clear answer. Is it a democracy that is the Lovers? Is it him and his far-right evangelical? Three of Coins internally. And this could be, Russia money coming into him. External is riding in like a winner. Creepy. Okay, I'm getting a creepy vibe with this. Hopes and fears that verbally this is going to come out and he's going to be called out with it, but he's going back and forth with the verbal stuff. And he's got the Ten of Wands. It's the heavy burden that is going to be coming on him. With the Page of Sword, new truth, new awareness, new legal battles, and they are going to expose the hidden agenda that comes out of this Moon card energy. Nine of Wands. He's going to get knocked down, but he's not. That could be jail. Could be. High Priestess. Balancing. We have the Two of Swords. This is at the base of the reading, which is telling me that there are two legal issues that are coming together. The government's there. The devil is there. Yikes. The partnership is there. And then a new emotional start with the Hermit illuminating. So, I'm not really seeing him going away. He could end up in jail, but it feels like they're looking at him. They're going to have some legal issues with him. They're going to make it difficult for him to keep moving. But he's someone to keep an eye out. He's somebody just to, to have the government just keep your eye on that guy. All right, the next thing I want to look at, I think, let's see as we ramble on. I want to take a look at the Olympic Games. The Olympic Games. So I think back on Munich. I think back on Mexico City. I think back on Atlanta. There was something that happened in LA in '84 too. Beijing in '08. Munich was the big one though for me. That was like, whoa, whoa. And it was against Palestine and Israel. Or against Israel from Palestine. So you know that they're on top of this. They're looking at it. A lot of intel, a lot of resources being devoted to this. What about the Olympic Summer Games in Paris? Anything you can share? What do we need to know? I'm not feeling anything big. Let's see what the cards say. Well, we have the Sword of Truth being crossed by Temperance. Yeah, so they've done such a good job with their Sword of Truth. They're raising that sword, holding it up, bringing balance to the people, bringing balance to these games. I think there's going to be some money loss with this. Do all Olympics lose money? I think the '08 Olympics made money in LA. I was down there then. That's when I moved to LA from Colorado. I lived in Colorado. Is that right? Yeah. I've lived in so many places. All right. We have the celebration in the past. We have the 8 of coins at the top, the hard work. And then we have 2 of wands come together, bringing things to light. We have the 3 of coins, hard working, 2 of swords, balancing things out again with this 2 of swords energy. And it reminds me of the Temperance. Even though many times it's a blind decision, blind action that you're taking, not here. She can see through the veil. So it's just bringing balance. Hopes and fears is that the government is going to be on top of this. Ooh. The potential outcome is the 8 of wands. This looks like a lot of things coming together into the light fast. Page of wands. King of wands. It feels like the information. It feels like there may be something that's going to try to happen. But with the Page of Wands and the King of Wands, they're going to bring forth enough information that they are going to be able to stop it. At the base, we have the 9 of coins. So it is going to hopefully bring some money. We have the King of Swords, bringing that big sword around with top-notch information on the Queen of Wands. And Eight of Cups, walking away from sorrow. I think whatever is going to happen is in the planning stages, and it's going to be averted. I think that from what I'm reading on the cards, it's not going to be devastating by any means. It may be very small, and they're going to nip it in the bud. But if you're going to be going to Paris, have a pastry for me. Can't have any. And sip on a good glass of wine and be aware of your surroundings. Just pay attention to your spidey senses. Okay, guys, that's it. That's all I got for this Ramblin' Friday. Let's pull 3 cards. I'm going to use the same deck. 3 cards to leave with as we go into the weekend. Ooh, 3 of Wands. Watching the ship come in, or you're watching it go out? I'm going to watch it come in. We have giving and receiving. Be generous. Be receptive. And we have the 5 of Cups. What are you going to pay attention to? Are you going to pay attention to the 3 Cups? The feeling like, oh, I got a tummy ache? With this deck, it really looks like she's going, oh, I think I drank something that, maybe she drank too much. Too much news? I don't know. Too much YouTube? I don't know. But there's 2 cups here that, if this is me, I want to focus on the 2 full cups. Save them for tomorrow. All right. Watch your ship come in. Be receptive. Be generous. And don't drink too much. Don't drink too much. It'll give you a tummy ache. Save some for tomorrow. All right. Thank you all for watching. Peace and love.